And well, beginning with a few of their biggest problems and why Ayton's skill set is guaranteed to help them out, I'm talking about their defensive rebounding, giving up second chance points, getting offensive rebounds and second chance points for themselves, and how that slowly degraded throughout last season, even getting worse throughout the postseason, and why DeAndre Ayton's skill set is pretty much guaranteed to help them out with that. I mean, talking about their defensive rebounding, they ranked 20th in defensive rebounds per game last season, grabbing only 32.8 of them per game, ranking 21st in defensive rebound percentage, even a better indicator of how poor they were on the defensive glass, having only a 70.2% defensive rebound percentage, then giving up 14.5 second chance points per game to their opponent, ranking 17th in the entire NBA, getting worse after the trade deadline and getting much worse at the postseason, which we'll talk about in a bit here. And then for offensive rebounds for their team and getting their own second chance points, were absolutely awful, both before the trade deadline and prior to trading Anthony Davis, and even afterwards too. In fact, they were actually even worse before compared to after. I mean, ranking 27th in offensive rebounds per game throughout the entirety of last season, grabbing only 9.7 of them per game, ranking 27th in second chance points before the trade deadline, only getting 12.3 of them per game, then getting slightly better, albeit still bad after the trade deadline, ranking 22nd in second chance points per game, with 13 of them per game. Again, getting a little bit better, weirdly enough after trading Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, but they're pretty bad either way. And like I said, they were not great at getting to, nor scoring at the rim when they got there, neither before or after the trade deadline, which is something you obviously should be doing a whole lot better when you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis prior to the trade deadline, and LeBron James and Luka Doncic after the trade deadline. But even with that, they ranked 16th in points per game in the paint before the trade deadline, scoring only 48.1 per game, then ranking 26th after the trade deadline, only scoring 44.8 points per game in the paint after the trade deadline. And well, like I said, it got even worse for them during the postseason, in literally every category that I just mentioned. Whether you're talking about offensive rebounds per game to their opponent, giving up 13 offensive rebounds per game, ranking dead last of any playoff team, then also ranking dead last in opponent second chance points per game, giving up 18.8 to the Timberwolves, once again worst of any playoff team, then for themselves, grabbing only 29.4 defensive rebounds per game, that being the fourth worst of any playoff team, having the worst defensive rebound percentage at only 63.5%, giving up the fourth most points in the paint per game to their opponent at 50 per game in the paint alone. Not only that, but offensive rebounds per game for their team, second worst of any playoff team at only 9.6 of them per game. Then for points in the paint per game in the postseason, only scoring 34.8 of them per game. Once again, dead last and worst of any playoff team by far. So again, whether you're talking about their offensive, defensive rebounding, talking about their paint defense, and preventing their opponent from scoring second chance points, the Lakers were pretty bad in every category here, both pre-trade deadline, post-trade deadline, and especially during the postseason. And well, translating that to DeAndre Ayton and his skill set, that's pretty much exactly what he brings to the table. No matter if you're talking about his best years, worst years, or whatever you're talking about with him, that's always been a constant with him. I mean, talking about his rebounding ability, he's now their best rebounder by far, and there's really no debate about it, though not only for their team, but one of the best in the entire NBA. I mean, he might not be the best defender or the most reliable offensive player in the world, but he is a very good, consistent rebounder. I mean, the guy's never averaged below 10 rebounds per game in any year of his NBA career, even when he's averaged below 30 minutes per game, still getting over 10 rebounds per game and always making that a constant with his game. And last season in particular, ranking top 15 in offensive, defensive, and total rebounds per game, grabbing 10.2 of them total per game, then to go along with that, grabbing 3.1 offensive rebounds per game, and 7.1 defensive rebounds per game. Again, top 15 in each category last season. Very impressive and quite literally exactly what the Lakers need more of. I mean, it wasn't a problem with a lack of effort on rebounding and them not trying to do it. They definitely tried to and spent way too much energy trying to do it, to my opinion, particularly with their small ball lineups, trying to do it and trying to team rebound only to give up offensive rebounds, or eventually kind of wasting too much energy with it, that either faltering in that category or translating to their defense or even their offense at times, especially in the open court. I think they simply didn't have the player that provided the right skill set, and now DeAndre Ayton can offer that for their team. Again, pretty much being a guarantee in that category. And well, we might sometimes forget to correlate rebounding with defense, but they definitely are correlated here. especially with the Lakers defense and what they didn't do well on defense last season. Again, giving up way too many offensive rebounds per game, not being able to control the defensive glass and therefore giving up second chance points. That was one of, if not their biggest problem on defense. I mean, it wasn't a problem with their half-court defense. I think they're actually above average, if not pretty good within the half-court, communicating well, switching fairly well, even guarding the three-point line pretty well. It all came down to their paint defense and not being able to crowd the rebounds. So now with the Ayton, who's a great, if not even elite rebounder, I think that's a guaranteed help out their defense, likely transforming it from a slightly below average defense now to being above average and potentially a very good defense if he can do more than simply be a good defensive rebounder. If he can improve their rim protection, their paint defense, then that could take it even a step further, which, like I referred to, is a bit inconsistent with him, but with the good moments he showed, and especially back in Phoenix, he has been able to prove to be a good rim protector and a good paint defender in general. So if he can bring that with the rebounding, then their defense has the potential to skyrocket. Or apart from defense or rebounding in general, talking about offense and how he will be guaranteed to help them out here. I mean, talking about his offensive rebounding, that's something the Lakers were not good at last season, neither pre or post trade deadline, being a bottom 10 offensive rebounding team no matter what, even worse during the postseason, literally the worst offensive rebounding team of any other team. Whether you're talking about points in the paint, second chance points, or offensive rebounds in general, they were pretty terrible. So now adding DeAndre Ayton, a guy that grabbed over 3 offensive rebounds per game by himself last season, ranking 13th in the entire NBA, ranking 9th in the entire NBA in second chance points per game, scoring nearly 4 of them per game by himself, then even ranking 22nd in points in the paint per game, scoring 10.8 of them per game. And to kind of reference that and how good that actually is for how little he played compared to other guys, that was only 0.8 points per game in the paint behind LeBron, despite playing 5 fewer minutes per game. So in my opinion, everything that DeAndre Ayton does well on the court is something the Lakers need more of last season. Whether you're talking about the rebounding, offensive, defensive, rebounding in general, the paint scoring ability, the second chance points ability, simply corralling defensive rebounds and therefore helping one of their biggest issues on defense, that's what he's guaranteed to help their team out with. And then if he can offer more defense and more rim protection, more committed ability on both ends of the court, that would simply be the cherry on top here and might be able to raise their ceiling even further if you ask me, which could put them at the top of the contention list. So with all of that in mind here, what do you guys think? How do you feel about DeAndre Ayton with the Lakers next season? Do you think he'll help them out and that his skill set will be extremely valuable to their team? Or do you think that he won't make that much of a difference? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.